The best ever compact camera Sony ZV-E1 is here. Sony A7C body, the lightest, interchangeable lenses, Sony A7S III sensor, shoot up to 4K 60fps and 120fps, 10-bit 4x2x2, S-Log 2 and 3, up to 409,600 ISO for amazing low-light shots, in-body stabilization, and the new Ai Autofocus system. Ooh. That was a lot! Now, if you've been following my channel, you must have watched my video about the specs and release date of the Sony ZV-E1. But since the camera is here, we're bringing you an in-depth review of the Sony ZV-E1. If you are shooting on a mobile phone and thinking of buying a camera to deep dive into the filming or YouTube career, you won't find anything better than the new Sony ZV-E1, at least in 2023. Now, I dare you to skip this camera. I dare you to do that. Because this is not anymore a vlogging camera. I mean, you can shoot a Netflix or Amazon Prime project with this small camera. Let's start with its looks and design first. The tiny full-frame and lightest camera with just 483 grams is jam-packed with mind-blowing features, having the smallest body of Sony A7C. This is going to be a perfect combination for gimbals like DJI RS3 mini gimbal. Since it is small in size, the grip is not good for full-size lenses like 70-200, but you'll be having a great time with wide angles like 17-28 and Sony Zeiss Prime lenses, or even it should work with the Tamron 28-75mm lens. Talking about the ports and display, you have a fully articulated and highly responsive touch display, which is even better than the Sony A7S III. And audio on built-in mic is far better than many cameras out there. However, you still need an external mic to get better audio. In addition to that, you have a mic jack, HDMI for PC connection, USB-C, an audio output, and a single SD card slot, which does not support the CF Express. The only caveat is, it doesn't have a viewfinder. Obviously, a huge bummer for those who use viewfinder. Talking about the photo and video quality, now you can shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second without any crop with the state-of-the-art Ai Autofocus system. However, with the firmware update later this year, you'll be able to shoot in 4K 120fps and 1080p 240fps. In addition to that, you'll be getting S-Log 2, 3 and Sine Tone. You get those amazing colors and skin tones. I mean, what else would you want from such a small camera? This camera is capable of shooting 12MP RAW photos. If you've seen some photos of the Sony A7 III, then that's what you'll be getting from ZV-E1 now. Now, talking about the biggest update, Sony is famous for its autofocus system. But this time with the ZV-E1, you'll be getting the multi-face recognition in the intelligent autofocus system that comes from Sony A7R5. Now, you'll be able to focus on humans, animals, birds, and other objects. But it doesn't end here. Now this camera offers AI auto-framing and AI stabilization. Now let me explain what these are. With these features enabled on ZV-E1, the camera will frame the subject in the center. And if the subject moves out of the center, the camera will automatically zoom in and bring the subject into center using AI. Now, last but not the least, this camera takes the bigger Sony Z batteries to get your extra shoot time, and you have a small flip inside the battery door to plug in dummy batteries for interviews or live streams. And so that's all about the new Sony ZV-E1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Would you buy the Sony ZV-E1 with a hefty price tag of $2,200 or not? And I'll see you in the next one.